After waiting for what seemed like an entire eternity here, we finally have confirmation on what exactly is going on here for the Blue Blur's 35th anniversary coming up. That's right, guys. Sonic's 35th anniversary is officially begun now, at least according to Sega anyway. So, with all that being said, what exactly could be the secret game here? Because as always, Sega's always got something going on in the background here when it comes to the Blue Blur. So, what type of Sonic game specifically could we maybe be getting here in the future? And what exactly might that end up looking like? Could it in fact be a new classic style Sonic game in the same vein as Christian Whitehead's Sonic Mania? Or maybe instead something more similar to Sonic Superstars a few years ago? Or instead, could we be getting maybe a new modern Sonic game? So maybe then something instead in the form of Sonic Frontiers for the modern series of games here. Maybe a direct sequel of sorts? Maybe a Sonic Frontiers 2? I mean, I'm just throwing my 2 cents out here. These are just my opinions, though, at the end of the day, with what I want to see next year for Sonic and the franchise as a whole. Or could we instead go a third route here? That being something similar to the Shadow Generations game we got a good solid 2 years ago now. So, could we maybe instead of a game being focused on Shadow entirely, maybe have a spin-off game maybe focusing on solely Knuckles? Of all characters here, I mean, if any character deserves to have their own solo game, if not Knuckles, then I gotta go with Silver here. Yes, we know Silver isn't exactly the most popular character, but from what I had read of Silver's character in the IDW comics, shout out to them by the way, Silver is one of the most underutilized characters in the entire Sonic universe. So I feel it's only rightly so that perhaps, if not Knuckles, Silver gets his own game of some kind. Obviously making him a lot faster than he was in Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Give him maybe a new villain, or some new form of Iblis even, from the future timeline that we only really got to see in a few levels, if I remember correctly from Sonic 06. So, give Silver, like I said, something to do here. Give his character more proper development and backstory. Heck, you could even have Blaze probably be playable then as well, or some kind of co-op mode. Who's down for that? A co-op style Sonic game with Silver and Blaze in it? I'm all for that. But then also going back to my Knuckles idea, that would hopefully mainly just be a solo type game, like single player. Probably also fleshing out his backstory somehow with the echidnas and whatnot. And maybe even creating more lore. I mean, also one character that would be amazing to see would be Tikal from Sonic Adventure, even though she's basically just a spirit. What can I say? I grew up with Sonic Adventure and the rest of the Dreamcast games and Sonic Heroes, so hey, it's just my opinion. Like I said, I want to see more echidnas, though, in the Sonic universe here, going forward, hopefully from Sega. So, I'd say otherwise, which one of these three options, though, would probably be the most likely? It's really hard to say because we don't have any definitive answers yet from Sega and Sonic Team, really about what they're up to and what, if any, real game is in development right now, since we don't have any actual current news or anything from any sources or news outlets here to confirm or deny anything at this point to help us really properly celebrate Sonic's 35th anniversary. What do you guys all think, though? Do you guys think we'll be getting some type of classic Sonic game, with strictly just 2D gameplay, a modern style Sonic game that's more, I guess you could say, open world, similar to Sonic Frontiers, and that sort of open zone style gameplay that, well, I'm not a huge fan of. It is nice for a different sort of, change of gameplay, and just kind of to slow down a little bit and simply enjoy the game, and not always trying to, set a new record for the time attack mode, or trying to get a higher score than last time, which is what I'm used to. But for what it's worth, then that also leads me, like I said, to our third option here, our third contender, if you will. Could we in fact be getting a sequel then, another standalone sort of spin-off game here for another character? Similar in style and gameplay here to Shadow Generations. I know personally, out of all three of these options that I've mentioned so far, I would absolutely adore having either, honestly, a new 2D Sonic game, you know, in the vein of the classic Genesis games here in Sonic Mania and Superstars. Difficulty notwithstanding, though, for Superstars, that was one thing that absolutely killed the momentum for me, no pun intended, for Sonic Superstars. I honestly didn't even end up finishing that game because I remember I got so frustrated with the bosses' patterns in order to defeat them. I just felt it wasn't worth my time and effort anymore, so I moved on to other games. But yeah, barring that difficulty spike in Superstars aside, I would love to see a new classic Sonic style game. But then also, like I said, a spin-off game, hopefully in the realm of Shadow Generations, hopefully focusing on either Knuckles or Silver, or perhaps some other character. Not Tails or Amy though, but maybe Blaze? Yeah, Blaze would be cool. Maybe taking inspiration and notes from Sonic Rush from the Nintendo DS back in the day. Shoutouts to that, by the way. Anyone who played Sonic Rush or its sequel, Sonic Rush Adventure, which I know is not probably as well known. But yeah, I think also Blaze deserves a lot more love in the series besides Silver. So let me know then down below, what kind of Sonic game would you guys want to see from Sega and Sonic Team here coming up, either within this next year or the next 2 to 3 years, that we can safely assume here that some type of new game will inevitably be releasing for the franchise, ushering in Sonic's 35th anniversary here, and to really cap everything off and celebrate here in style, as the Blue Blur is really famous for doing. You know, always knowing how to bust a move, if it were, on the dance floor. So, yeah, guys, let me know then down below what kind of Sonic game and who should be the star in the game, who should be the main center or focus as a whole for the game, and what kind of story would you want it to be, like an original story or some kind of collaboration between different Sonic creators within, I guess, Sega, or maybe like the comics with Ian Flynn. Maybe have him and his team introduce maybe some new characters, not even from IDW, but maybe have, I don't know, some original new villains maybe in the game, maybe providing backstory and the like. I don't know. These are just my thoughts. But yeah, let me know then, like I said. Let's get a discussion going here about all things related to Sonic the Hedgehog down below in the comment section here as we kick off this new year here, talking about the Blue Blur. And I really hope to do that more in the future here for you guys. Not just any new people passing through here on the channel and finding this video, but older subscribers as well. I really do apologize about that. In addition to, well, the other 1 to 2 things that I cover on the channel that y'all know about, that I love to cover here. So, yeah. Just trying to really get everything organized here for the channel and really get some type of consistency here for you guys, because at the end of the day, that's what y'all deserve. Y'all deserve to have consistency from me. You all deserve to have the utmost consistency from me. And if not, I need to communicate that in the form of community posts in the community tab and the like, and just regular updates of some sort, so you guys all know what exactly is going on behind the scenes here on my end. And that's only fair for everyone here, not just, like I said, new subscribers. Hi, by the way, I'm Azure. What's up? Be sure to stick around if you like the video and everything that I got going on. And but also old subscribers as well. I know it's been a heck of a ride these last few years. Mainly good things, like 95% good things. And just in general, well, me being able to put out content on a semi-regular basis for you all. If not every week, then every other week, so bi-weekly. I'm going to try and really, though, always have something coming out for you guys here in the future. So that way, well, you guys have something to look forward to for me. At least a couple times a month, if not more. So, on that note, with regard to everything here going on, not just in the world of the Blue Blur here, but my own little corner of the world here, you could say. That'll just about do it then, I'd say, and, well, wrap up everything regarding my thoughts here on what exactly the next mainline Sonic the Hedgehog game should, in fact, hopefully be. So then, yeah, let's get a conversation going down below, and let's get talking and chatting about everything related to Sonic here. Whether that's, like I said, some of the new shows that have just came out, or even perhaps the Sonic movieverse. You know, what could be coming next if they make a fourth movie, by the way, with Amy and I guess Metal Sonic in it? What's up with all that? You know, and then also the IDW comics. Let's just get talking about everything here because I know there's a lot to go over and there's a lot to speculate on here together. So yeah, guys, that'll just about do it though for everything here on my end. But be sure to stay tuned for all this and much more from me. So then, everyone, I'll be sure to catch you guys all later on the flip side.